Hi again, or if you are a new viewer, I'm an artist, Swedish watercolor artist. My name is Katarina Engberg and I'm happy to see you here. Hope you enjoy it. Today we are going to make a very easy painting. For you that is new to watercolor, maybe this is, with all these pigments, it's intimidating. You don't know where to start. So I will show you a very easy painting to make with just one pigment. I'm going to paint with Paynes gray in different washes, layer on layer on layer. We will make mountains today. I have a small piece of paper so that I can finish this today. And in a quick video. Okay, I will work on dry paper, and I have made this Paynes gray very diluted, lots of water. Okay, let's start. We don't need to wait for anything. Okay, we'll show you how to make a flat wash. Use the bead that is appearing. Okay, the pigments are floating down because I have it in an angle. I use a laptop board from IKEA. Not cheap, not expensive. You don't need to buy anything expensive for this. Just imagination. Okay, new color. And work with the bead. You see how the pigments are running down the paper, only because the board is tilted all the way down. Take some new pigments. You need to have the bead down there all the time. You see how flat and nice it looks? No marks. I practiced a lot with this as a beginner, but it's very easy if you do it the right way. You just put the brush in the bead, not up here, because then you get marks. Okay, you want a beautiful and flat wash. New pigments from the palette and inside the bead. The bead is too wet to make any marks. Okay, work with the bead all the way. See how beautiful it looks? All the way down. Okay, now I'm going to wait for the bead or the pigments to float down so that the bead appears at the bottom. I wash my brush and blot it. It's just moist. Okay, you can't put your fingers in there now because it's wet, then you get marks. Okay. You see the pigment is down there. You have to wash it up. Dry it up, I mean. Okay. If there is any bead appearing down here, you have to, I'm not sure it's going to happen here, but then you take this washed and blotted on paper brush and just suck up the bead. Okay, you just put it in the bead, and then the pigments and water will go inside the brush, and then you wash it and blot it again and go on. Okay, now it looks beautiful. Any marks now is from the paper. This is 100% cotton paper. I can show you the paper I use. It's I use high white. It's very soft in the whiteness. 300 grams. It's 100% cotton, so under waterford, and it's a rough surface. It's got small valleys and hills, you know, like this. I like that the best because you get structure from the paper also. So on the waterford. This is quite a soft paper and it dries a lot faster than the, for example, arch paper. Arch paper is also 100% cotton, but it's glued on the inside and the outside, not only on the outside as some of the watercolor papers are. So it's very durable, you say that. It stands a lot, you can scrub on it, it doesn't ruin that easily. This is softer, so you can't do that much with this paper. But I love it. I love arches as well. That stays wet for a longer time. This not that long time. Okay. Now I need to blow dry this because I'm still going to work on dry paper. Okay. Okay, have to let the paper cool off, and you can feel if it is damp. I think I need a little bit more. Okay, you have to feel it. If it feels when it has cooled down after the hair dryer, blow dryer, you can't start painting when the paper is hot. Then it reacts differently to the pigment. Okay, I will go on painting next layer with this flat brush. We are going to make mountains. Okay, I will go on. Remember to still make the bead. Okay, a lot of pigment in the brush. Stay down here in the bead. Okay. It doesn't matter if small details, no, it doesn't get 100% perfect everywhere. Hey, this is mountain. Okay? But watch this. If there is some pigment, some water down here, it will bleed up. As this dries, it will bleed up and makes marks, so-called blooms. Okay? I take the paper. This is dry, I can hold it now, up here. Okay, I'll take it up and dry it with the paper. Okay. Just wait for a while, so it stops running down. Okay, some more. It's okay, now we blow dry again. See? You saw how the paper was turning up like this, a bowl, and I turn it around, blow dried here, some, then it's flatter again, okay? Then we go on with the next glaze, next layer. Okay, work with the bead down there, don't go up further up in the paint. Just touch a little bit, otherwise it gets stripes. New pigment every time, so you get that beautiful bead. Okay, a lot of pigment in the brush. Just touch. New pigment again. You see how careful I am not putting the brush too high up, just in the bead. Now I'm going to wash the brush, blot it on paper in case I get a bead. Here you see, there's a little bead, I want to suck it up. Just careful, not press too hard, just touch the bead there, okay? Careful to dry the board so it doesn't get up in the paper again. Okay. You see here, it's mountains. I didn't make them the same. Mountains aren't the same. This is a mountain back there. Here is another mountain in front. Okay, I'm going to dry this later. Each time. Checking so that it doesn't feel warm. When it has cooled down, feel that it doesn't feel cool from the paper, because then it might be wet. Okay, that is okay. Okay. You do this again. Think about the shape of the mountain you want to have. I think I want to go up like this time. Try to vary. And work with the bead. Always work with the bead. Okay? New water and pigment each time, all the way down. Don't go up, further up with the brush. Okay. Let the water and pigment run down so the wash gets even everywhere. I will show you one more thing with this painting, another technique, so you can develop the painting even more. That is not difficult, but it's something that you need to be able to do when you paint watercolor. Okay, I go on with the blow dryer. Wait for it to cool down. You cannot work on hot paper, and you cannot take hot water from the tub and start painting with that, because that will make the pigments dry too fast. You gotta have some time to work. Cool water from the tap, always. Okay. Once more. You see, each layer gets darker and darker. That is how the watercolor pigments work. It's not the same at all as the acrylic or oils. Okay, work with a bead. Just touch the underground of the last painted layer. Just touch, otherwise it gets stripes. A lot of pigments in the brush. Okay, and just touch. If you don't get a bead, just touch carefully. Okay, if you don't get a bead, you don't have enough paint in the brush. Bead. Just touch the outer line of the paint. Okay, if you don't have any bead. Okay. Wash the brush, try it, blot, and see if there is any water or pigments. You have to dry it up, otherwise it sucks up in the paint, or as if it's wet down here and the paper starts to dry. As soon as it starts to dry a bit, the wetness here goes up, sucks up in the paper again and makes blooms, stripes and stuff. It looks like cauliflowers. I don't think it will bleed. Okay, and I dry again. It's dried. Let it cool. Okay, still warm. We have to wait. I'm going to make one more layer over this. Has to cool down. Okay, one more layer. And that's good because the pigments are almost run out. Okay, one more layer. It's going down to flat lands, okay? Okay. Hey, I painted the what do you call it? Himalaya in Swedish. Himalayans. Okay, we dry that too. If you'd like to vary this a bit, you can do a very easy thing. It's just as easy as this. The first layer here, the back mountains, you can put in a little bit of violet in it, maybe permanent rose, into the blue. Then it's going to get a bit purple, because when you look at an object far away in the distance, the dirt, everything that is inside the sky and the moisture makes it more reddish. Blue and red becomes purple. Okay, so you can make it even. You can make even a lot bigger, more increased depth to the painting if you put this, make this faraway mountain a bit violet. But you get the depth anyway. But if you want to try it, but try this first, so you know how to do it. Okay, I am going to show you something else. I take a small synthetic brush, wet it with water, blot it like this. I'm going to show you lifting technique. Okay, where to start? I take it here. Okay, just put it on the, not up in the sky, but on the mountain. I want to lift some of this. Okay, okay, you see, you can blot with a clean paper. See, you get these beautiful things. Okay, you see? Just blot it a little bit. Be very, very gentle with the hand. Very gentle, okay? I think I'm going to take a new paper. This is getting a little bit dirty. I don't want to ruin my paper, my painting. My beautiful Himalayas. Okay, blot. I will, I think I will make it this way. Try it out on another small piece of paper first, so that you know how to lift pigment, so that you don't destroy your painting. I think it was a little bit too dry. Just be careful so that you don't take away the back mountain. Okay. Plot. Okay. See, then you can see the edge of that mountain. Okay. I think I will go inside a bit more with this. A little bit. If you can't lift, it's a little bit too dry. You have to blot it, because otherwise it's too moist. What to do? We'll take this. It's beautiful, right? Here. bit too dry, as I said. Once more. Remember that the cotton paper is sucking real fast, so you have to watch it, what it does, and stop it with blotting with the paper. Okay. It looks more, when you look at the painting, it looks more difficult than it is. These are very good techniques to practice on. Here comes one of my cats. You can use the corner of the brush as well. That's what's good with these flat brushes. You can turn it around, do different things with just one brush. Beautiful, right? I think I will do a little here too. Just to get some details that lift the painting. Watch what happens. Blot. If you get blot, you can't just leave it, because if there's water inside the paper, it will suck up in the cotton paper. Here. When you starting to paint, when you having a walk outside, start with looking more carefully about colors and how everything look like. You know, the bark on the trees and everything. I think it's the bark. The surface of trees, how does it look like? Flowers, the sunsets, the colors. You need that to be able to paint, to see how everything looks like. Know how everything looks like. Okay, I think that is enough to put some life in this painting. We could put a couple of birds right? If you like. I will take another brush, a thin one. Which one to use? Which one to use? I think take this. I'm going to teach you something else with perspective. Oh, this little painting, and you can learn several techniques. Okay? Okay, I want to make this little birdie. Little darker color, I think. Okay, darker color, the closer to the viewer. Lighter color, paler color, the more far away from the viewer. So therefore you have to think about the size. The size, the bigger, the closer to the viewer, smaller, more far away from the viewer. Okay, I'm gonna put you there. I think I will have one. Okay, this is a bit dark. Okay. You see, this one is a bit thicker. The other one is far away. The wing. It's a bit thinner and shorter. That is more far away. I'll take one here. Okay, look for variety. Don't press too hard. When you want it thicker, you can press. Okay, and it's thicker. Put some more color. Okay. Now I don't want that much of pigment because this is further away. It is further away. It is smaller. I think I will have a smaller brush. It's good to have brushes in different sizes. Can't painting with just one brush. Okay, this is much thinner. It carries less pigments and water. So this is going to be paler and it is going to be further away. So I have to paint it here and I have to make it smaller, okay? See, it's paler. And one wing is thicker, okay, but it's pale. One again. Maybe a couple more there. See, it does a lot for the painting to have some birds. If you accidentally get a spot in your painting you don't like it, put a bird if it's the right place. No one will know that it was a spot there earlier. All right. The wider the wing, you press harder. Okay. Oh, I think it will be enough. You see, down here Here are the distant mountains. So those are flying there over the distant mountains. They are paler, more water in the mixture of pigment. There are less water in the mixture of the paint. I think I will make these a little bit darker. Okay. They will get paler after drying. Okay. I will dry those birdies too, so that I don't accidentally smear them. What's missing on this painting? My signature, of course. You do one of these and frame it, and you have a beautiful painting of your own as a beginner artist on the wall. Good luck. Hope to see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe.